So the country I picked for my Hofstad Valley would be Ghana. Here's some general information about it. It's in West Africa. The capital of it is Accra. The main speaking language is English. Some of the native tongues are Cree, Ga, Ewe, and Fante. They gained their independence in 1957, March 6, 1957. First sub-Saharan country to gain your independence in West Africa. For power distance, Ghana scored an 80. People accept high authority as far as leaders to actually lead. It's a leader-driven country. Subordinates or people who know that they can't lead do not mind following. They understand that in every society there's a leader and there's a follower. So subordinates expect to be told what to do, and your leaders are really benevolent, meaning they're very kind and they're understanding. So Ghana, it's a very everybody kind of knows their place. When it comes to individualism, Ghana scored a 15. It's a collectivistic society. Ghana is a dependent nation, and the people rely on each other's support and hold each other up. So they value working together and actually appreciating each other. When it comes to the nation itself, everybody understands that everybody's put on this planet or on this earth to help each other, and that's kind of something that they go by. Masculinity, Ghana scored a 40. It's considered a feminine society, working in order to live. People value quality, solidarity, and quality in their working lives. Conflicts are usually resolved by compromise. They understand that in order to actually make a living, you actually have to work. But they also understand that they don't want you just dishing out any type of product. They actually understand the quality of stuff. Like, for example, they have, they're very popular for a fabric that they have. It's called kente cloth. And when you see some of these cloths, the colors and the patterns are actually well thought out and are very vibrant and elegant patterns are put on them. So that would be a great example of something, how they value the quality of their work. Uncertainty, avoidance. Ghana scored a 65. They still believe in certain primitive traditions. They do not tolerate unorthodox behavior and ideas. Example, like stealing, talking back to your elders, or doing drugs. They understand that time is money. As far as this, traditional aspects are still valued very high. For example, stealing is something that you're taught at a young age that don't do, and if you do it, you're punished accordingly no matter what age you are. They still go off certain primitive traditions that most modern places, you won't see in most modern places. Certain traditions don't work, but they still sort of follow them just for, I guess, the respect aspect of it. Long-term orientation, Ghana scored a 4. Basic way of thinking, there's a strong concern for establishing the absolute truth. Tradition is highly respected in this culture, as I said in the last slide. Absolute truth. Oh, sorry. There's a strong concern for establishing the absolute truth. So even in certain places like a job, they value your honesty. In case you're doing something and you know you didn't do it to the best of your ability, one asks, they kind of expect you to speak up and be honest, even if you get the short end of the stick or it makes you look bad. They still kind of expect you to have that value in yourself, in your work, and be honest about what you're doing. Indulgence, Ghana scored a 72. People enjoy life. There's always a positive attitude. Money is not the only drive for the people of this nation. They understand that in order to live, time, like you have to work and time is money. But at the same time, the people of this country tend to enjoy life, and they don't let those smaller things go for granted just because most places people don't care about the smaller things. It's only about the big picture, but they kind of enjoy life as it comes. Don't worry about tomorrow, worry about today because you're living in the moment for now. Stuff like that. Money's a huge importance in this country, but it's not everything, and they understand that money's not everything. And then over here, I have a couple of pictures just to detail exactly what I was talking about. He has a chart. Sometimes charts are easier for everybody to read. And then I compared it with the United States. If you notice, there's a huge difference in individualism. Over here, it's every man for themselves. As I was saying over there, people tend to work together. And then certain differences, indulgence, we're about the same, kind of slightly higher. People over here do like to enjoy life. People over there like to enjoy life. And then that will be the end of my slideshow or my presentation.